hidden settings preference pane, and how to make spaces in your dock, and some other cool fancy things with it. So just have fun with this video. So if you're on this side, click on download the latest version and download. Then just run the file you will get. It will unarchive. You will have this file on here. Just double click it. Then what you need to do is it asks you if you should only install for this user or for the whole computer, and I only do for this user, and I click on install. So then you have installed it and it automatically switches to it. So here you see the dock settings, and here you can switch the visual style. So if I go to 2D plane and I go into apply changes and restart dock, it is in the 2D style, but I want in this case the 3D style. So how to add the spacer? Well, add invisible spacers, add spacer, and apply changes and restart dock. So I've now separated areas in my dock. So this is how to add the spacer. And now what you can do else with this thing. You can make several settings to the dock, Safari Finder, and to some other stuff of your OS. So if you're in tab dock, you can change the visual style as I showed you. You can make that if an icon is hidden, so if an application is hidden and opened, so your icons with a hidden app will be transparent, but I don't want that. Then you can enable spring-loaded actions on all items, whatever this is. I never found out what this is. You can say highlight items under mouse in grid stacks. So what this means is, if I restart my dock, go now to the applications thing, and as you see, I don't click, I just hover over it, and it basically drops this white transparent thing under the folders and the stuff that I got in the folder right on there. If I just disable it, you'll see there's nothing anymore, and just if I click on something, and well, it's just gone. So, but I want that because it looks good. Yeah. And there is one that is make list stacks work like grid stacks. So what this is, I show you now. So let me just make this a list stack. It looks now something like this. Doesn't look really good because I have just few items there, and it's so many. So what could I do? I could enable this and say I want to restart my dock, and then it looks like this. Looks just more good. Well, this is okay, but I don't want that. I want that it goes in a grid, and there we go. What you can else do is in Safari you can disable or enable display warning before closing windows or tabs with unsubmitted forms. So if you're in a form like a contact form where you are let's say where you give in your email address in this thing to mail a webmaster, it will automatically recognize this, and well, then it will tell you, whoops, you have the form not filled out, and that was basically for that. And then you can enable or disable open all targeted links in tabs instead of windows. So that means if you have some pop-ups, they'll all, I think, open normally, but if you click on a link on a website, all will open in tab, no matter what the HTML tag is set to. tab finder. You can display the full POSIX path to current folder and window title. So here we have the folder application support in that example. If I check this, it will say me dash library dash application support, which is the path to that. Yeah. And then you can, what's really crap, because if you have a Windows computer, yeah, which is really good, you can disable this. What's really good, it's create .ds stored files also on remote volumes. And I tell you why it's good, because if you ever had a remote drive, so just a USB stick or something on your Macintosh, and then went back onto your Windows PC, there were these garbage files, as I call them. So I just disable this because you don't need that. And well, then we have an option only for Leopard. It's called display alternating row colors in list view, and this cannot be disabled for Snow Leopard. I don't know why, but it is. And what you can do, what's really funny, so if we there's something that's called quick view. If you have a folder and press spacebar, it'll look something like this. So what you can do now is see all the contents of it. So if we have the folder, it's a normal folder as it looks like on here too. Look, just folder big. If you enable display folder contents in quick look preview, it'll just show up the insides, the content. So, and this is a bad folder to demonstrate to you because it has only folders in it. But if we have ipage.ws, it'll tell you that there are PHP files in them, and this is really cool. So you can see the PHP files actually in real color in them. I don't know if you can see that, but it is like that, and it's really cool. Last tab of the hidden settings PrefPane is miscellaneous, or something is called. And if you have front rows, you can enable here HD trailers for submenus in front row. Then you can add some hidden PrefPanes that are already included to Snow Leopard. There's archives, disk image, and processor. Disk image only is for Leopard. So if we try out these two and apply the changes and restart system preferences, then we'll have archives and on here processor. If I go into archives, you will see the options for the zip extractor that's built into OS 10. So this is really cool. You can say where it is, what it should do, if it's unpacked, and all this stuff. If we go to the processor pane, you'll see that if I open it up, I have 2 cores. So I have one CPU with 2 cores, not hyper-threaded, but I got a core to do. So on your iMac G5 or iMac Core to Duo or MacBook or everything that has to do with Intel's new architecture except the Intel Pentium 4 would have this these two CPUs enabled. So what this means is not your computer has 2 CPUs. Yeah, then it would cost really more. No, it just shows every kernel of your CPU. So I can disable my second one, and well, can check how many cores I wanted to have my programs onto and I select 2, and on the right side shows me the car program, the bus, the L1 cache, the L2 cache, and well, and you can show a control in the menu bar. So that was about all the hidden things you can unreveal with hidden settings. I hope you had some fun with this video, and I hope it helped you out. Thanks for watching anyway. Link for the PrefPane for the latest version is in the description. So please comment, rate and subscribe. Thanks for watching anyway.